Happy day students, I welcome you all for English session. Today we are going to have a discussion on an interesting topic. Let me ask you a question children. What are your feelings about a stormy night? Usually, I like rainy season. What about you children? How many of you like rainy season? What happens if there are heavy rains continuously and what will you do? What are your feelings about a stormy night? How you are going to welcome a sunny day after a stormy night? And how would you describe the day after the storm? These are the questions for all of you. I know you would have completed your answers telling to me. Okay, children, let me go to the topic. The name of the poem is About the Storm. The poet of this poem is William Wordsworth. I hope all of you know him, right? Now, here are some facts about him. William Wordsworth was an early leader of Romanticism, a literary movement that celebrated nature and concentrated on human emotions in English poetry and ranks as one of the greatest lyric poets in the history of English literature. William Wordsworth was born on April 7, 1770 in Cookermouth, Cumberland, which is in England. Unlike the other major English romantic poets, he enjoyed a happy childhood under the loving care of his mother and was very close to his sister Dorothy. As a child, he wandered happily through the lovely natural scenery of Cumberland. In grammar school, Wordsworth showed a keen interest in poetry. He was fascinated by the epic poet John Milton. Between the year of 1608 to 1674. Let us move on to the summary of this poem, children. The summary in the poem, it describes about a morning after a stormy night. A storm had raged the previous night with howling winds and torrential rain. But the next morning the sun rose as usual, bringing with it the promise of a bright new day. The woods were filled with the sounds of bird song, with the stork dove cooing while hatching eggs, and the jay calling as if in response to the magpie's chatter. Added to this was the gurgle of the previous night's rainwater flowing towards the streams. Together with the sound of a sunlight morning, there were sights of everything coming out to enjoy the warmth. The sky enjoying the birth of a new day and raindrops on the grass glimmering in the sun. There is also an action as a hare races about joyously over the moors with the water on the ground rising as a ball of glittering mist in the sunlight and following her. The poet picturizes a scene of a complete joy. Now, this is a small summary for this poem, children. As you all know, like nature, we too can recover from the sadness of difficult times to respond with joy to times of ease and peace. The learning outcomes from this poem are: infer from nature how to recover from misfortune, note the images depicting joy, interpret the significance of the images, appreciate the purpose of personification, relate to a poem about a nature. Thank you, children.